believe you are up next. And you're here for AB 1509. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. Presenting AB 1509, Assemblymember Berman, Senator Hill, and I, along with Assemblywoman Eggman's co-authorship, introduced AB 1509 in response to a fire caused by a lithium-ion battery at the Shoreway facility in San Mateo County, which caused $8.5 million in damages that shut down the facility for 90 days and took over a year to restore. With over 500,000 lithium-ion batteries sold last year, and the number of batteries on the market expected to double in the next 7 years, the number of lithium-ion batteries found in the waste stream will continue to increase, and the risk of more fires will rise along with it. AB 1509 treats loose batteries and batteries embedded in products differently. As the analysis points out, existing law requires large retailers to have a mechanism to accept all rechargeable batteries from consumers for recycling. Batteries that are embedded in devices are not subject to the law. So we propose that retailers help improve the collection of products with embedded lithium-ion batteries by establishing a take-back program or a deposit system or a similar program. We're allowing flexibility since there is such a wide array of products that have these batteries in them. When it comes to manufacturers of loose lithium-ion batteries, we're dealing with a much narrower group of companies. AB 1509 calls for them to participate in the end-of-life management of their products with a producer responsibility model. This model acknowledges that these products, despite all of their important applications and uses, have a significant end-of-life consequence, which the manufacturer must help mitigate. In this particular case, the end-of-life consequence for lithium-ion batteries is fires at our publicly financed solid waste and recycling infrastructure. As you can see from the list of supporters on the bill, this is a truly statewide matter. I ask for your support on AB 1509 and am awaiting Mr. Berman's attendance here, but with that, I will turn it over to our supporters of the bill.
Move the bill.
Good evening and happy Earth Day, everyone. Madam Chair and members, my name is Joe LaMariana. I am the Executive Director of Rethink Waste. We are a joint powers authority handling garbage, recycling, and composting on the San Francisco Peninsula. We are 12 members going from East Palo Alto to Burlingame, and we service about 60% of the county's materials. In 2016, we had a catastrophic fire in our recycling center. We have a number of lithium-ion battery fires from time to time, and they present a very serious threat to the workers and, of course, to the facility itself. We're very fortunate on that day. There was no one hurt, but it did cause $8.5 million worth of damage. And in fact, it is something that has some serious consequence as we have looked to replace the insurance. It has cost about 3 times what it did previous to the fire. Our former insurance provider actually fired us, and so we had to go into the marketplace and go shopping again. So we now have 7 insurance providers providing this very important and necessary coverage. Currently, we have about 11 batteries, lithium-ion batteries per hour going through the facility. Every one of them represents a combustible event, and it's quite challenging for us to operate our facility. There's about 100 plus of these facilities in California, and there's thousands of jobs at stake here as well. So with that, I want to urge an aye vote on 1509.
Hi, good afternoon. Nick Lapis with Californians Against Waste. Being mindful of the time, I'll just say that as these batteries become more and more popular and cheaper, the fires at material recycling facilities have been going up proportionally at the same rate. I think there were something like 1,700 fires last year at material recovery facilities. This is a common sense bill that gives a lot of different options for industry to comply. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak in support of the bill, please come to the microphone.
Thank you. Jason Schmelzer on behalf of the California Product Stewardship Council and the National Stewardship Action Council in strong support.
Sharon Green, Sanitation Districts of Los Angeles County, in strong support. Melissa Romero with the California League of Conservation Voters in support.
Lauren Cullum on behalf of Sierra Club California in support.
Laura Ferrante on behalf of the California Refuse Recycling Council in support.
Priscilla Kudos here on behalf of Stop Waste, Solid Waste Association of North America, Western Plaster Waste Management Authority, and City and County of San Francisco in support.
John Kennedy with RCRC, have a support in concept. Really like what the author's trying to do, but want to make sure the framework works, and have some concerns with a deposit-based system. If that's used as a compliance option, we want to make sure it's easy for consumers to get their money back at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone wishing to speak in opposition to the bill? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring it back to the committee. Oh, okay. Are you in opposition?
Just in between.
Okay, come on up.
Jamie Miner representing HP Hewlett Packard. Really appreciate working with the author's office, and we're still reviewing the amendments, but understand that there will be amendments taken to remove products already under the Electronic Waste Recycling Act. So in that case, we would support that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, questions from committee or comments from committee? I just have one question, I think. Which is, I think this is a great bill, and I absolutely support it. But there needs to also be a way to notify consumers of which products they can how they can dispose of different ways. So my question is, are you anticipating some kind of future work or amendment to this, or is it possible under the current bill that there could be regulations to require very clear instructions for consumers, maybe even on the box, so they know before they purchase something that they're going to have to dispose of it differently than they're used to with other products?
Well, I would concur that this can only be effective if consumers are fully aware of what's happening, so open to anything along those lines to achieve that end. And don't know if my sponsors and supporters have any additional comment on that, but consumer notification is absolutely going to be part of this. How we formulate that is to be seen, but you have my commitment to work that issue.
Terrific. Absolutely want to make sure that consumers understand, even before they purchase something, that there's an additional responsibility. So thank you. With that, would you like to close?
I would just simply say, Madam Chair and members, the status quo is unacceptable. This is a district issue, but clearly there's a statewide concern here as well, and think we need to do some additional work, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote on the matter.
Terrific. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Item 22, AB 1509 by Assemblymember Mullen. The motion is due pass and refer to Appropriations Committee. Members Friedman?
Aye.
Friedman, aye. Flora? Flora not voting. Chow? Eggman? Eggman, aye. Garcia? Limon? Aye. Limon, aye. Mathis? Not voting. Mathis not voting. McCarty? Melendez? Melendez not voting. Matsucci? Stone? 3-0.
Okay, we'll leave the roll open for absent members.